you click the video and you have some level of interest in Magic the Gathering, if not already a burning passion. You're listening to Enter the Battlefield, Play Cafe's newest podcast, hosted by yours truly. My name is Leo, at your service, joined by my lovely co-host,
Hello.
the dashing Renmar.
Hi. Dashing. Hopefully not a nightmare. If you know, you know.
So, this is the newest bit of content Play Cafe will be producing for the foreseeable future. It's called Enter the Battlefield. It's a gateway podcast into the oldest and, in my humble opinion, best card game, Magic the Gathering.
The GOAT. The granddaddy of them all. It all started here, right?
About 32 years ago.
32. It's been 32 years?
Yep, 1993 is the year Magic the Gathering was founded, and 2023 is when Play Cafe was founded. We are located in Upper McKinley Hill along Tuscany, near Venice. In case you're in the neighborhood in BGC for some card games, some good coffee, some good food, come on visit us. We're open from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then on the weekends 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. We play more than just Magic, but that's what this episode here and the next of ETB will be all about. So, real quick, to start off, this episode is about getting into Magic. So, Renmar and I will talk about our own experiences and how we suggest you get you and your friends into MTG. How did your adventure start?
Well, my MTG adventure started really with Arena because of esports. So when I was still working back end for esports, when there's lull times in the office, the guy I was seated beside in the office was a hell of a Magic guy. Shout out to Dexter Ancheta. So we were talking about games and all that. Like, are you into Magic? Well, MTG Arena just came out. So then, yeah, I just started playing through MTG Arena.
This is 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
But then I stopped for a long time. And then esports again, you got me into Magic, mainly into why I'm so into it now, because of us wanting to play the Aether Drift PR in Malaysia. So the first ever PR, first ever time I played paper, I was in another country, and the people there were the ones teaching me.
Yeah, this was in early 2025.
Yeah.
So, siguro, we could say you're a year into your Magic adventure, your Magic journey. What was it like to start? Like that whole PR thing. Ano ba yun? Was it curiosity for the game, or was it just me basically making budol?
It was you making boodle, man. Like you said, hey, let's attend a PR. My dumb ass just goes, yes! I don't know what a PR is. What's a pre-release event? Like, oh, I have to make the deck on my own. I just played Arena where everything's automated for me. I just click one of the pre-made decks that they had on the site there. But then, yeah, it was a fun experience because I think it's because the people in the shop were just so cool. I was very open with the fact that, hey, I'm a newer player. I'm gonna be flubbing a lot of things up, and then they helped me along the way. It was a really solid community, and I think because of that experience, where people were so welcoming and they were so eager to help me out, even though PRs are somewhat competitive because you play for prizes.
People want to win.
People want to win. People want to win prizes. They were still willing to help me out. So thank you to the good people in Malaysia for that experience.
So that's how you got in a year into Magic again. Wrong remove from MTG Arena. We'll talk about that later on. But I, on the other hand, have been a Magic the Gathering. I don't want to say burnout,
Tito.
but Tito, sure.
Tito, yeah.
Or the Titos are the ones who actually started in the 90s. I started in the early 2000s. I started in 06.
I think at that point, the ones who started in the 90s are the lolos now.
Hey, not hindi malabo yun because lolos now are dudes who are like in their 50s.
Yeah.
Our time, our idea of age and time is very skewed.
Yeah.
So I started in 06. I was in high school at the time. So until now, I don't know how I managed to play Magic. I don't know where the money came from.
Do you remember like how you got? Because were there like jump starts and things like that?
Wala, no,
None yet, right?
Magic at the time was, I don't want to say primitive, but it wasn't as open to new players as much.
Yes.
So may hurdle talaga siya.
Like you really had to buy into it. You needed someone there to guide you.
Yes. And I had a small group of friends. Like again, I did it in school. One thing led to another. Again, this is almost 20 years ago. But it eventually grew into I used to play Standard. Standard was just the only thing then. Or like Kitchen Table. I think that's what they call it,
Yeah.
Kitchen Table. But in 2011, that's when I said, I'm gonna build this new thing called EDH.
Oh.
That was the parang first wave of public interest right before the Commander decks. Like the first wave of Commander
Yeah.
decks came out. And then the rest is history. Like in between 2011, 2015, 16, the pandemic, now, there were bouts of quitting. You know, like I would sell cards en masse, but I would always keep a good chunk of them. It's impossible.
Yeah, as I grow my collection now, I realize even though it's just cardboard, like I have like there's a link to it that I can't get rid of.
It's both a collectible and a piece you play with.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why a lot of people get into Magic for many different reasons, and the line between player and collector is very blurred. But I did not answer my own question. How did I get into it?
Yeah.
Ano nga ba?
Like, was it a dude just dragged you? Did you borrow a friend's deck?
I played a lot of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh at the time.
Uh-huh.
And then as a kid, siguro in the early, like 2001 or 2002, ganon. A ninong of mine or a tito bought me like a pack of cards na I don't know what to do with.
And it was Magic.
Yeah, and when you're a kid and you saw Magic cards from that age, I'm talking like Mirrodin, I'm talking early Kamigawa, you look at the art, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah. It isn't as friendly. Well, even the Yu-Gi, okay, we gotta admit though, Yu-Gi-Oh art is creepier.
But it's
We got into it.
But it's based on an anime.
Oh yeah,
Oo.
because we knew the anime.
Magic, on the other hand, at the time was very around demons, angels, spirits.
Yeah, it's so foreign.
Right?
No, one of my earliest memories of Magic was when I was a kid and I was in grade school. I was watching the high schoolers play it. And then I have this clear memory of people just playing a lot of black and green. Just swamps and forests.
Or cards that look that color. Kasi very
Yeah.
archaic yung itsura.
Yeah, the arcade, the old
Yeah.
retro border
Yeah,
style.
bubbly pa yung font. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I can see like why people getting into it might be turned off like back then, but then
Or
now
intimidated.
Or intimidated, I think. Intimidated is the best way to put into it. But I think as Magic went on, because now considering I'm a newer player, I watch a lot of videos on like the history of especially how like the borders evolved, how the art evolves. There is a charm to the art once you get used to it, and even the newer ones, of course, as there's things called Universes Beyond.
Yep.
We'll get more into that.
Hindi
as
na
time
eh.
goes
To me,
on.
look, you don't see Universe Beyond anywhere on Spider-Man anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's just part of it.
It's just Magic
Yeah.
now.
It's
Does
a-
this have Universes Beyond?
I'm not sure.
Well,
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it
See,
doesn't.
so Magic has just become something. Oh, sorry, dude, your
Yeah,
little bunny card fell.
it's okay. I'll pick that up later.
Okay. So yeah, Magic has just become something else entirely, and I think it's the perfect time to try it out because the barrier to entry is just the lowest it's ever been.
Yeah, it's very easy to get into it. There's so many products that you can easily buy. There's things called like jump starts. There's precons for Commander pre-constructed decks. Lots of options and lots of ways to get into Magic.
All right. So you mentioned the magic words, precons, commander. When you come to a game store, much like ours here at Play Cafe, 90% of the time, that's what you'll see people playing. Like
Yeah.
4 dudes or dudettes sitting on a table in a square. There's 4 of them playing with each other. So I'll tell you now, when I explain Magic the Gathering Commander to my other hobbyist friends, like dudes into Beyblade, dudes into other card games, like Unmatched, it would blow their mind when I say, yeah, no, they're all playing with each other. They're like, huh? Paano yun?
Yeah, like it's a group of 4. Sometimes even like Commander games can be like groups of 6.
God forbid.
Yeah, it could be a long one, but those are the fun. That's the fun in the format, and I think in modern Magic, with Commander being like one of the most, if not the most popular format now.
It is. It is.
It's so easy to drag people in, and with what you mentioned, with there being pre-constructed decks that you can just buy, play right out of the gate. Please sleeve them up. Don't just like buy the deck and buy sleeves
Yeah,
also.
this
please.
needs sleeves.
Yeah, please.
They
buy
sell them in
sleeves.
100 packs. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Every time I go into a shop, there's always at least one group where there's at least one guy who's new to it, learning the game with his
Or a
friends.
whole group learning together.
Or a whole group learning together.
They've been sitting for 6 hours. No, but that's part of the thing. The learning in Magic is front loaded, and it's part of the adventure. But the first few levels are the hardest.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, I can't say it gets easier, but you know, you're in it.
Yes, the first ever Commander game I played, the first ever deck I got was a Doctor Who pre-constructed deck. This was in Malaysia.
Still.
We were with our international casting friends.
Oh no! You've been playing for more than a year now.
Yeah, more than a year. It was
Oh
2024, dude.
God.
It wasn't early 25. It was mid 2024, late 2024.
Yeah.
That's when we got into it.
Again,
And
sense of time.
that game went for 5 hours. But that game...
We slept at 4 a.m. We had to go to work the next day at 10.
Because a bunch of us bought precons. We were learning what the precon was doing as we were playing it. But that game stuck with me because of it being a mix of different products. From what's called Universes Beyond, where it's out of the Magic IP, where it's their partnerships with things like Doctor Who, with Final Fantasy. I was playing a Doctor Who deck. And in my head, it was this awesome story of just the Doctor, in my point of view. At that point, I was still learning, so I was letting everyone else be aggro, and then I was just trying to control, trying to answer. It's like, wait, you're being a bad guy. The Doctor doesn't like that. Then that's how I'd be playing. And that night in Malaysia, where it was a five-person pod, that went for like 4 or 5 hours.
We were all playing pre-constructed decks.
We were all playing pre-constructed decks.
Just full built decks for Commander that come in boxes like this.
Yeah, we were playing on the floor. The board got so wide. It was an unforgettable experience.
Yeah. So again, this is your best entry. People will be playing Commander all the time. It comes in a singular box. All that you need is here plus sleeves, and I think that is still the easiest way to get into the #1 format right now. Let's talk about the best Commander pre-constructed decks.
Ooh, okay.
Besides it being easy to pick up, you have to also consider that there's a lot of stuff you're going to be reading, a lot of things you're learning about, because these are 100-card singleton decks. That's the nature of the format. Singleton meaning one copy of each card lang.
Yeah.
So everything here is unique. And you'll have to learn how to read them. You'll have to learn how to distinguish which is dangerous. But that comes with the territory. So it's like you're reading a book. Like literally you're reading a book and you're learning. So here are 5 pre-constructed decks we suggest you look for in the wild. Or if you find them here on the shelf at PlayCafe and you're with a group of friends, grab it because it's really good value. So we'll start off with a deck that's here. This is called Death Toll. It is from Duskmorn, House of Horror. A set that came out about a year ago.
Yeah, it was last year.
Give or take.
Yeah.
And it is black and green. You played against this.
Yeah, okay. My memories of this was, I remember I kept asking you, wait, is this really a precon? Like I was asking you, oh, wait, is it upgraded?
It's very strong.
Yeah, it's strong. There's good interplay and interaction with itself and with the rest of the board. It's a great example of what I think modern day precons should be, wherein it's not gonna you're not gonna roll up to it to a competitive tournament and smash people, but the spirit of interaction, which I feel like is very important for any Commander deck, where it's not just like, yeah, how is it with my board, but how am I also affecting other people's boards, whether for good or bad?
Yeah, you're always doing something.
Yeah.
Whether it's fast, slow, big, strong, or just like, that's funny. Death Toll can do something at all times. It's led by a legendary creature, like that's your leader, that's your commander, Winter, Cynical Opportunist. He plays with the graveyard. And there's a mechanic called Delirium where it checks the number of card types in your graveyard. So creature, sorceries, instants, artifacts. So he wants a different diversity of card types in the graveyard. And I think that's another reason why I want to suggest this, besides the strength and the interactivity, is it helps you learn card types.
Yes.
Because you see all of them and like, kapag wala ang ginagawa, when nothing's going on in the game, you're just going to read. There's like, oh.
Yeah. It might seem overwhelming at first because, again, when you think about Commander, it can be overwhelming for a newer player. But one of the best things about it is, again, it's a multiplayer format. It's best played with 4 people minimum. You can do 3, that's totally fine. But then there's people to ask questions. And then because of the multiple card types that you mentioned, I wouldn't say it's beginner friendly, but if you really want to learn, that's a good way to start. And no matter, even if you go online and search for like most beginner friendly decks, there will be a level of complication to each and every one of them, that there will be a hurdle to get through. But once you get through it, that, with how well it clicks, will feel so good to play.
we'll move on to another good suggestion. I'm gonna delve out of the Magic the Gathering in-universe IP and go slightly outside. Talk about the Commander deck release from the Final Fantasy collab line. The Final Fantasy VII Commander deck featuring Cloud Strife Limit Break.
That's the one that you just pump a lot of equipments
Yes.
onto Cloud, yeah.
It plays into a well-known Commander archetype called Voltron. You just slap so many things onto a a single creature. Sometimes your commander, mostly your commander, and you just punch dudes with it.
Yeah. The thing about Voltron decks, I think with how equipments work, I feel like this is a deck I would suggest to players who have maybe played 3 or 4 games of Commander already, relatively familiar to it. If you're into the IP and you love Cloud, sure, I'm going to encourage you to go for it. But it's one of those decks where I will admit you need to ask a lot of questions if you want to get into it. It's simpler in concept because it's not like Death Toll. Death Toll for Winter is like with the multiple card types, with the multiple ways of you're playing through your graveyard, the interactions and all that. This one, you're really just mainly focused on you. But one of the trade-offs with playing a deck that's focused so much on you is other people are gonna look at you. It's like, wait a minute, we can't allow you to get so powerful with it. So yeah, I would suggest this for someone who's already pretty familiar with it, with MTG and with Commander specifically.
An honorable mention in the Final Fantasy line of Commander decks would be the Final Fantasy X deck featuring Tidus is Counter Blitz. Yeah, that one might be fun if you like little things on the board.
Yeah.
Because it plays with counters, so dice, enhancements via actual things you put on your creatures. So if you're a fan of Final Fantasy X or you want to play that kind of strategy without such a big threat on a singular creature, such as you mentioned, try that one. Try Counter Blitz.
Yeah, I played against a Counter Blitz before, and it was another feeling of like, wait, is this really a precon? Like, no upgrades in there. It's like, no, dude, it's just really that sharp. It's like, cool. And it's in the same colors as one of my favorite decks, which I'll discuss later. Green, blue, and white, Bant, as it's called. And the thing about that, the Counter Blitz deck is that's where you'll start. If you wanna get the more political side of the game, because when you're building up a big wide board with lots of small creatures that do get stronger, people are gonna start looking at you. That's when you have to start making deals with other people. I think that's one thing you have to realize if you're gonna get into Commander, that it's a social game. It's a social game with social contracts, with expectations of the players, what to do, what not to do at certain points, how sometimes the best way to play the game is to play through making a few political deals with other people on the table. And decks like the Counter Blitz encourage you to do that.
Because you can put the counters on other things.
Yeah, exactly.
There are some cards that say put counters on a creature, like not even yours.
Yeah, exactly.
So, pwede yun. Which now brings us to my third suggestion. Technically, my third suggestion, yes. Counter Blitz is an honorable mention. This one is a purely politics-based deck. And I played it with several groups. I played it with Renmar and a few of our esports co-talents. It is a deck from Murders at Karlov Manor. Came out early 2024. It's a red and white deck led by Nelly Borca called Blame Game.
Ooh, Blame Game. This, if you're a newer player and you're going up against it, it feels unfair.
Like, why would you make me do that?
Yeah, why are you making me do this? How do I stop this? And then this deck encourages, or I think teaches, a very needed lesson for a lot of newer players, which is have decks that have interaction, meaning things that can remove things from your opponent's board. This is very political based, and then sometimes the best way to just stop a lot of politicking in the game itself, just take that piece out.
Say no.
Just say no. Don't play the game of politics with them. And then if you have something to say, you know what? I don't need to play your game because I can take your piece out. You take it out. As someone who is a little bit more experienced, though, how is this deck like playing against newer players?
I feel bad sometimes because
See?
so there's a negative side to this. When you play a deck called Blame Game, there's a mechanic called goad, wherein you force creatures to attack anyone else except you. So you take away a little bit of their already very tender and fresh volition.
Yeah.
Diba, parang they find it hard to make a decision already, and you're forcing them to make a hard one right now. But tough love, baby. Sometimes I just want to make him do that to see what happens. Just try it, see what happens, and it's fun. Even when I lose playing blame game or whatever upgraded version of Nelly I have right now, because I have this precon, yes, and I upgraded it because I find it so much fun. Kahit talo ako, okay lang.
Yeah.
Because I affected the board.
Yeah, and I think that's also one thing that newer players should learn, that don't look at Commander as such in a way that you're always playing to win. The best Commander games and the most memorable games I've had were ones where I was just active. There was one game I played wherein I wasn't playing to win. I was playing to help another dude win. Because I was impressed with how he was playing, there were a lot of threats on him, but then near the end he was like about to lose, but then my deck gives cards, gives draw. I was like, I want to help him out.
How far can I take this?
Yeah, how far can I take this? This is giving me joy. Seeing this dude and seeing everyone else like try to respond to him because he's getting out of control. It's like, this is fun to me. I would say there's another deck that's somewhat in line with the blame game. It isn't as heavy in the politics, but there's an element to it. I forgot the name of the deck, but it's from Streets of New Capenna, and the commander is Kit Kanto Mayhem Diva.
The red, green, white one.
Yeah, the red, green, white one. Because she can also goad, but it's not as heavy into the goading. My friend JP, shout out to JP, plays this, and I encourage him to play this deck because pods also need to understand how to play around goad. By the way, when we say pods, we're talking about your group.
Cacophony.
Yeah, they're
Cabaretti Cacophony.
yeah. Cabaretti Cacophony.
Cacophony.
Cacophony, yeah.
Cacophonois.
Cacophony, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That one.
Yeah, it's a little bit political, but it's because it gets so much attention because the board goes wider.
Yeah, Streets of New Capenna is a set that came out in
23, right?
22 or 23.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it came before Blame Game, and
Yeah.
I think what Wizards thought was like, there's something to this. We can fix this, and then they honed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to your story, you were saying.
Yeah, so with that, I would also suggest that alongside the blame game one, where if you want a little bit less in the politics, but then you also like the side of just having a big wide board filled with a bunch of stuff. You have your creatures, your defenses look good. People are forced to interact with you, but then you also have things to stop that interaction because you're trying to manipulate the board. That's the alternative I would suggest.
So that's an honorable mention. This is my fourth suggestion, technically, coming up. And this one's relatively new. If you'll notice, a lot of the suggested decks we have either green or red in it.
Yes.
It's because these are the most active colors in Magic. We'd like to make an episode soon, maybe, on this podcast, talking about colors. So you'll understand more then. But this one is from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It is a set based on a part of the Magic universe that's kind of like
Ancient Aztec style. That universe.
Pre-colonial Latin America kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
It's an interesting universe. You should check it out.
with conquistador vampires and dinosaurs
and hella pirates.
and hella pirates.
Yeah.
So this is a deck called Velociraptor. It is basically just a deck that wants to go big and just drop dinosaurs, run people through.
Out of all the decks that we mentioned, this is the most attractive to newer players. Because when you're getting new to Magic, red and green, the aggression it brings with how fast it ramps. Ramp is pretty much how quickly you can get mana, resources, how quickly you can build your board. Velociraptor does this so well. It has the... Is it Explore or Discover?
Discover.
Discover, there we go, yeah. I mixed the two up, but the Discover mechanic, and I don't want to get too into it because I don't want to gush over it too much, but it's just so fun
You're
to
not
play.
glazing because you're telling the truth. You ain't capping, dog.
Shout out to my friend Aija. This is his one of his main decks. He upgraded it just a little bit, but even without upgrades, it's a deck that garners so much attention.
Lumalaban siya, just out of the box.
It fights. It can go out of hand for your opponents to deal with very quickly. It's fun. It's super fun, and if you like seeing again your board go wide with big creatures, you love dinosaurs. you get this.
Big Dino.
Big dino.
Yeah, so if you find this on the shelf in the wild or you know someone who's selling it for a good price, grab it. Velociraptor. Now down to our last suggestion. This one I put an asterisk on because already there's a caveat of Magic or Commander in general might be very front-loaded, mabigat siya to start.
Yeah.
This one takes that to another level because it plays with a mechanic that is very intrinsically, I can only do this once, but how do I take advantage of this? Talking about landfall, we're talking about playing lands every round, every turn. It's one of the new decks from Edge of Eternities, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, the newest line of precons released because they did not bring out precons for Spider-Man. It's called World Shaper.
Yeah.
It is a deck that likes to play with lands, and you use that land to get value, but it's not necessarily as direct as the value you get from playing out of your graveyard or playing with big creatures, growing stuff like that.
So World Shaper, the first time we got to see this in action was when we were out of the country. We were in Riyadh for the Esports World Cup. And it was our friend Trex who played this.
He bought it fresh, maybe played a couple of games, no sleeves.
Yeah, no, that hurt me because World Shaper, I would encourage you to, similar to, I think, Blame Game, to get this a little bit more down your Magic the Gathering journey. But if you want to start off with this, you got to ask questions because for newer players, the concept of sacrificing your own resources to get even more resources can seem very intimidating.
Yeah, lands in this case.
Yeah, lands. And lands in MTG, that's your mana, that's your power source. But this deck thrives with you sacrificing your own things to deal damage to others if you have the setup for it, to get even more resources. And if you want to start getting into that playstyle of learning or accepting the fact that sacrificing something would be good for me, this might be a good way to start it, even though it's not necessarily like a black deck. It's red, green, and
Black.
it is
Yes.
also black. Yeah.
But it's not heavy black.
Yeah, but it's not a heavy black.
Yeah.
It leans a little bit more to the red-green side, while black is the self-sacrifice of resources.
Support color.
Support. And then there's also the station mechanic with the commander that you also need to read into. So, which is why I wouldn't fully suggest this to a newer player, to like a very new player. But it's one of those decks that once everything starts clicking, a lot of concepts in Magic will be understood.
Yeah, I mainly suggested this for value recognition. Again, I sacrifice this, but I get this much back.
Yeah.
Sequencing, I will use this first,
Yes.
and then sack it to get this.
Yeah.
And just learning about the interactions of just because I lost something now doesn't mean it's lost value forever.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest lesson from World Shaper. It's sequencing of what order you're gonna commit certain plays and play certain cards.
Yep. So those are some of our suggested precons from the past couple of years. In case we missed out on any and there's veteran MTG players watching, put it in the comments below. For those who were much like our good friend Renmar here, who got into MTG Arena, and again, it's free on PC, and it's very free-to-play friendly. Like, you could literally go infinite if you just play enough, and there's no daily login, daily kind of like things to chase. You can play it at your own pace. You can also play it on your phone, in case you did not know. If you're an Android and you're in Southeast Asia, you'll notice that you try to check in the App Store, even for iOS, wala siya dun.
Yeah.
It's because there's this weird regional situation wherein they just can't put it digitally on mobile, but you can. It's through an app called Qoo Apps.
Ooh.
So you spell it QOOAPPS. Just Google that on your phone's browser. Turn on app installation from the browser in your settings. Run through that, use it as your client, and then download MTG Arena from there. It'll act as if it's a native install. You can play MTG Arena on your phone. Log in using your PC account, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I usually just have MTG Arena on my laptops, and I have yet to try it though. Have you ever tried putting MTG Arena on your Steam Deck?
No, because it's also not on Steam in the region.
No, but in the browser mode. Or do you have
you
to do a
can.
lot of things?
You have to do a lot of things.
Okay,
so
okay,
this is the easiest way to take it on the go.
All right, cue
because
then.
because it's so optimized that you would be surprised. You would be doing drafts. You would be doing queues.
Yeah.
All of it.
Question though, like, is it difficult to read sometimes, or is the magnification of the game is like,
no,
good enough?
it's optimized.
Okay.
MTG Arena has been in other countries, mainly in the West,
Yeah,
and
in mobile.
You know, basically everywhere on mobile for years.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So you're missing out. If you're only playing it on PC, but you have an Android phone, you want to take it on the go, QApps is the way. Now, there might be other ways you want to get into Magic or play it with friends so that you can get them in. You could try other products like, as mentioned, a pre-release. Go with a friend who knows Magic, tapos sabihin yung, I'm new, can you help me out? Like Renmar, you're good to go. Everything you need to play is in this box. You'll learn how to build a deck maybe on the go, learn the basics of the game,
Yeah.
and then fresh cards.
Yeah, pre-release is a bit of a, as your first big thing is a trial by fire. So before PR, I would encourage you, because I only just started doing it myself with my friends when we're like, hey, let's play Magic. You know, change up how we usually play Commander. Just get what are called Jumpstart boosters or Jumpstart products. So for Jumpstart, they come in packs of 20, and then you combine 2 of any pack, literally any pack, and that's your 40 card deck, and you play standard.
Literally everything you need to play is there. 20 life.
Yeah, 20 life.
Slap them together, shuffle up and play.
Yeah, it's not standard. It's it's Jumpstart.
No, it's just a
Yeah.
one-on-one game.
Yeah, it's just a one-on-one game. It even comes with like little friendly instructions.
Like how each half of the deck plays.
Yeah, how each half of the deck plays, what you do in your turn.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
skeleton guidelines, like quick tips.
Yeah. So, like, you can even search it up online. If you're gonna buy a Jumpstart deck, how to play Magic with Jumpstart. There's so many resources out there. And if you have a friend that knows Magic, if there's 2 of you who don't know, one of your friend who knows, just play around that way.
You know what? There actually is
Jumpstart?
a learn to play deck in store. So if you
Oh.
visit us at PlayCafe, there are decks that like
Welcome
come in-
decks.
Yeah, welcome decks
Yeah.
that come in boxes that you can literally play against each other, and
Yeah.
then our staff here at PlayCafe would be happy to teach you.
Yeah.
That's free.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, yes. And that's also another encouragement where you can go into your local game store. If there's a shop that you prefer that's closer to your area, ask around the people in the store. Hey, I want to get into Magic. I want to learn. What can I do? The game store's always super accommodating.
So, with that said, any of these spread of products in our shelves or at your local game store with a friend who's willing to teach you can get you into Magic. It's that simple. Hopefully, if you have any more questions, you can send them to us in the comments section below. If you were in any slight way encouraged to try it out, do let us know if we want to catch a game with us.
Yeah, and almost every store has like a learn to play Magic event, like every
Always.
week.
Yeah. So, folks, we are about to wrap up this episode real quick to cap it off. How's about we celebrate with a quick pack war?
Let's go.
Okay, so basically, pagandahan namin ng pool. I think we can just agree like which is a stronger pack.
Sure. Oh, we're not gonna look at mana values and whatnot. We'll just
No,
look. All right.
literally just who gets the better hit.
Sure. All right. Are you gonna rip first?
No, you rip first.
I'll rip first. Okay.
Here we go. So these were chosen for us by the lovely Ate Tin. So she served us our coffee, served us our drinks, also picked up our packs for us. We just told her, Ate Tin, just pick the random pack.
Okay.
What you got, bud?
So it's already organized.
So yeah, go. I'll talk you through it. So he rocked Conduct Electricity, Dagger Fang Duo, Sticky Tongue Sentinel, Water Spout Warden, Bravekin Duo. So these are the commons. Just run it by, man. What's the hit? What's the hit, dog?
The big hit.
Muera, Trash Tactician.
Hey, isn't that a commander? I think that's a commander.
It's a legendary creature, yes.
Yeah, or I think it's part of one of the commander precons for Bloomborough. Get a land, and the foil is a Baker's Bane duo. So I got a legendary creature, Raccoon Warrior.
Little raccoon man.
Yeah.
Okay, talk me through mine. Here we go.
All right. Okay, let's see what Leo got. I didn't get anything too crazy in my pack. I only got one.
I might win.
Yeah, I only got one rare. I had my eyes on that pack because I felt like that pack was calling to me. I wanted to ask for a switch, but it didn't. Okay.
Not gonna happen, sir.
Commons. Just going through the commons right now. We have a lot of the same commons that I got to pull.
There's no money common or uncommon in Bloomborough, I think, except the bounce, the blue bounce.
Yeah.
It's not like stock up from either drift.
Yeah, stock up's a really good pull.
$10 uncommon.
Yeah. Otter Ball, Herbalist. Okay, you're in the uncommons now. Star Charter. Ooh! Manifold Mouse in the full art. I actually pulled this from a Bloomborough pack myself as well. Very cute. And Manifold Mouse, that's one of the staple cards for standard in red.
Yes.
Yeah. And a land. What's your foil? Is your foil a common? Oh, and a foil uncommon. All right, cool.
Okay, so I think I win.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You got the full art. This is what he got.
And it's an in-demand standard card.
It is.
To some
It is very
extent, you know,
much.
people still play this. All right. Leo 1, Renmar 0. We'll see next episode where we end up. I hope you guys enjoyed our pilot episode of Enter the Battlefield. I'll put up a real quick run-through of Play Cafe events happening this week here. So you see a lot of Magic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Magic there. We play Bracket 3, Bracket 2 multiple times a week. Dual Commander has always been a favorite here at Play Cafe. We're also trying to make Standard a thing now. And as well, if you want to reach out and ask about products, promos, events, or anything happening in the shop, go ahead, like and follow via Play Cafe at BGC on Facebook. That's Play Cafe BGC. Search us up. You can also contact us via all of these channels right here. We're all over social media. Come visit us in Upper McKinley, along Tuscany, BGC. Open from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Weekends, 10 a.m. as early as that to 2 a.m. Like and subscribe. Follow us. This is our. These are our tags right here. You know what it is. How about we play some pods?
Let's go. Let's play. I want to play.
See you there.
See ya.